I do not want negative people around me. I don't want people that just call me to complain about stuff. I don't allow that into my life. I protect my peace. And one of the ways that I protect my peace is by protecting my time, by making sure that I am deliberate with what I am deciding I am doing for my life, my day, my children, my world. Because if it's not in alignment with me, it doesn't get a seat at the table. It doesn't get to persuade me to become a negative Nancy for the day. It doesn't get to bring me down. Welcome to the Vet Rise Podcast. I'm your host, Juan Perez. My goal is to make success after service accessible to every veteran in society. I believe in the power of leveraging your service, not as a label that defines you, but as a launching pad for your next chapter. What we have been doing has not been working, and it's on us to start changing the culture. Enjoy the episode, and thank you for your time. So I want to talk to you today about something I wish someone would have told me earlier in life. You find what you are looking for. I don't mean that in a cute little just be positive way. I'm talking about the deep stuff, the stuff that changes your life. You find what you are looking for. Now, the way that your life turns out, the way that people treat you, the opportunities that come or don't come your way, how you show up every single day, all of it is filtered on the way that you see life, the way that you pay attention to life, the way that you think about life. All of it is filtered through what you've already decided to look for. Some of you walk around all day looking for proof that life is against you, the woe is me mentality, the victim mentality. And guess what? You're going to find it. Every single traffic light that turns red, every job that you don't get, every person who doesn't text you back or calls you back, everyone that doesn't wave at you, it all becomes fuel for that belief. You start to look at the world as if it is against you. You start to look at the world as if you can't catch a break. And then some of you, even when life throws hands at you, even when life doesn't go your way, you still find a way to do something positive with it. Some of you find that type of growth, some kind of meaning in all of it, because you are not looking to stay a victim. You're looking to rise. And that is the difference, guys. That's why two people can go through the same storm and one will drown and the other one builds a boat. And I'll be real with you. For a long time, I was that guy who was drowning and blaming the waves, blaming society, blaming the VA, blaming the government, blaming everybody around me besides myself. Because if I blamed myself, I had to acknowledge that it was me that was making all the mistakes. It was me that could have changed. I thought people were being unfair to me. I thought life was unfair. I thought if I just worked a little bit harder, if I put more overtime in, if I was a little bit louder, if I was the first one to show up, maybe something would finally go my way. Things would click. Things would finally be better for me. But that's the lie right there. That's the lie that we tell ourselves when we feel like life is unfair for us. That's the lie that we tell ourselves when we feel like we cannot catch a break. That's the lie that we tell ourselves when we look, when we look at the world through a lens of a victim mindset. Deep down, I knew that it was my fault. I knew that it was on me. I knew that I wasn't looking for growth. I was looking for validation. I wanted someone to finally say to me, "You are good enough, Juan." And every time that it didn't happen, I got more bitter. I got more tired. I felt more alone. And then I realized that it is not about what they see. It's about what I choose to see. And I started to change what I'm looking for in life. I stopped looking for people to clap for me. I started looking for my own internal discipline, my own internal devotion. I started looking for my own peace. I started looking for structure. And then I started to create all of it. And that's when everything changed for me. Because if you're always scanning the world for problems, if you're always looking at what might not go the right way, you will stay stuck in that problem. You will attract what you think about. But if you start looking at the world for opportunity, for alignment, for challenges, for growth, you will start to see it everywhere. And I want to tell you something that I live by now. The version of you that you are chasing, the life that you want, the peace that you crave, that version already exists inside of you. It's inside of you, but you have to start walking in alignment with it right now. And that means you have to stop looking for what confirms your pain in the world. You have to start looking for ways to create that power for yourself. And that starts with who you surround yourself with and who you surround yourself with, not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually, what you listen to. and the way that you see yourself. Now, some of you are not failing because you are weak. Some of you are failing because you're surrounded by weak people who reinforce your weaknesses. They want to see you do just as good as them, but not better. Everybody loves the underdog until they are not the underdog. You hang out with people who think mediocrity is funny, who say that, well, life is just the way it is, who talk about, I can't catch a break, who want to complain about the boss, about the world, about this or that, who think that discipline is too much. Waking up early is crazy. They talk about growth, but they never do anything uncomfortable. They never step out of their comfort zone. And guess what? You pick them. You let them stay. You find what you are looking for. You wanted comfort? You found comfort. But you didn't look for standards. You didn't look for peace. You didn't look for truth. You didn't look for challenges. You didn't look for people who would call you out when you are playing small. That is on you. And I had to learn this the hard way. I had to walk away from people who I loved, but who no longer aligned with who I was becoming, who I was working on unbecoming. I had to outgrow rooms and people that I used to beg to be a part of. Because if you want to rise, you cannot keep looking for evidence that you belonged in low places. You got to raise that light. You got to raise the standard. Raise what you expect from yourself. Raise what you tolerate from the people around you. Some of you right now are searching for ways to feel better without doing the work that needs to be done to be better. You're looking for the hack, the easy way, for easier, for softer. But I'm going to tell you something that you might not want to hear. The longer you search for easy, the longer you will delay your peace. That peace that you are truly in search of is progress. And there is peace in keeping promises to yourself. There is peace in doing what you said you would do, in building real confidence, even when nobody is watching. That is having integrity. And if you want to manifest it, you have to speak it. You want to attract better. You have to move better. You have to be better. You have to think better. But if you're talking about growth and living like a ghost, ghosting your calendar, ghosting your workouts, ghosting your goals, then you cannot cry about it when nothing changes. Because this world isn't going to just hand you what you want. It's going to give you what you are consistent enough to actually attract. So I'm going to say it again. You don't get what you want. You get what you look for. And I didn't get here because I'm special. Absolutely not. I made every mistake in the book. I got here because I was willing to sit in the dark and believe in the light that I was trying to create for myself every single day, even when nobody else saw it, especially when nobody else saw it. Even when I had nothing to show for it, especially when I had nothing to show for it. There were nights where all I had was a vision. When I would be locked up in my room, not able to be in my house because of the life that I was living. No direction. But I still believed. I visualized my future. I knew that I would be here sitting with you guys because I knew what I was capable of. And I knew that I wanted to see the world in a different way. I visualized that future. I still spoke it into the air, into existence, even when I felt like I needed to whisper. I would yell it at the top of my lungs. I still showed up when nobody was clapping because I wasn't looking for comfort. I was looking for clarity in my own life. And when you look for clarity long enough, you start seeing exactly what you need to change. It's never about the world around you. It's about the lens that you are looking through, your perspective, the way that you see the world. If you look for problems, you will find it. If you look for enemies, you will find them. All right, let's stop for a minute. This is the part of the episode where I ask you to do me a favor. But it's not a favor for me. It's a favor for your fellow brothers and sisters that served with you. If you know someone that has been struggling, if you know someone that has been going through it right now, and you know that they want better for their life, they just don't know how to do it, please share this episode with them. It might just be exactly what they need. That's it. That's my only ask. If you want to subscribe, I appreciate you. Thank you for your time. Back to the episode. If you want to change your life, change your perspective, change the way that you see the world. If you want to be different, move different. If you want more peace, raise your personal standards. You find what you are looking for. You find what you are looking for. So today I need you to be honest with yourself. What have you been looking for? Are you looking for an escape? Someone to blame? Someone to say that they've treated you unfairly? Are you looking for someone to come and save you or do things for you? Or are you already in that mindset where you understand that you have to be your own light, your own peace, to look for that fight inside of you, to look for the version of you that's bare under the excuses, to look for the purpose inside the pain, to look for the rep, not the reward, to look for the truth, not the applause. Because if you start looking for it, for real looking for it, you will find it. And when you do, I want you to hold on to it. I want you to build from it. I want you to run to it. I want you to run to it like your life depends on it, because sometimes it does. This isn't a game. This is your life. And every day you keep looking for the wrong thing. Every day you keep looking for the fight. Every day you keep looking for someone to come save you. You delay the right types of moments in your life. You attract negativity. You find what you are looking for. Be your own light. Create your own peace. And then let other people see it. Because once you find it, the vision, the direction, the standards, your entire life starts to move differently. The sun shines brighter. You have air in your lungs. You are happy to be alive. You find your peace. You talk different. You walk different. You surround yourself with better energy. Your focus becomes crystal clear. Your own personal standards grow up. You stop apologizing for wanting more. You stop waiting for the world to understand you. You stop needing approval. You stop settling for less. You start creating. You start owning. You start leading. You stop surviving and you start thriving. But it all comes back to this. What are you looking for? Because whatever that is, you will find it. And I want to remind you guys, this is a process and change takes time. But the decision to change, that can happen in an instant. It's the flip of a switch. When you wake up in the morning and you tell yourself today is the best day ever, you will attract positive energy. You will find opportunities. And when things happen, the only difference between anxiety and excitement is how much are you prepared for it. And the more you start looking at the world as this amazing place of love and opportunity of things that are possible for you, you will start to be much more excited as things happen for you and to you, because when they happen to you, they happen for you because you get to decide what you do about it. Now, on the flip side, if maybe for the longest we have been dealt a bad hand and you tell yourself that you cannot catch a break, you will bring that into the present and you will carry it with you into the future. You have to start understanding that all it takes is all you got. It's already inside of you. But it starts with your vision, the way that you look at the world, the things that you allow yourself to listen to, the people that you have around you, what you say to yourself when things don't go your way, when you get to the gym and it's closed, when you're trying to meal prep and your friends want you to go out for drinks, and what you decide to do in that moment, when you get a flat tire, when somebody flips you off in traffic, when you get fired from work. Look for the opportunity. Look for the challenge. Demand more of yourself because you can do more. It's already inside of you. It's already inside of you. And this is something that took me years to understand, and it is a work in progress because this doesn't happen overnight. But when you wake up in the morning and you tell yourself that today is going to be the best day ever, you give yourself permission to look for those things in your life, and you give yourself permission, above all, to stop allowing negativity to be the thing that runs your life, to stop allowing chaos to be the thing that you look for, to stop allowing problems to be the thing that you are seeking. Look for love. Look for opportunity. Look for a way to do more in this world by doing more for yourself, because I promise you, if you fill your cup will runneth over and you will have much more to give to the world. People will start to see you differently. Think about this. Think about this. You've had a day in the past week, 2, maybe 2 months, when you approach the world in the right way, when you told yourself, I'm going to make sure that today is a great day for me, and things went well. And even when they didn't, your perspective was still that of making sure that you approached it differently and that you took something away from it. But if you wake up in the morning and you stub your toe and you leave the house and you forgot to pack something and you have to get gas, and because of that you're late to work, you will start to look at the world as this place that is against you. You will start to realize that every situation that you find yourself in, the common denominator is you. Do not let something small be the reason why you have a bad day. Do not let something that happens in your day be the reason why you have a bad week. Do not let yourself be the reason why you attract negativity. I do not want negative people around me. I don't want people that just call me to complain about stuff. I don't allow that into my life. I protect my peace. And one of the ways that I protect my peace is by protecting my time, by making sure that I am deliberate with what I am deciding I am doing for my life, my day, my children, my world. Because if it's not in alignment with me, it doesn't get a seat at the table. It doesn't get to persuade me to become a negative Nancy for the day. It doesn't get to bring me down. And if you find yourself in a situation right now that things are not where you want them to be, then do something about them. And sometimes the doing something about them is just waiting it out and doing everything that you can to make sure that for now, you control what you can control and you do what you can do. You have so much more autonomy than you think. You have so much more ownership over your life than you think. Start showing up for yourself in different ways. Start looking at everything that happens in your life as an opportunity. Start looking at the world in a different way. When you change the way that you look at the world, the way that the world looks at you changes. You will start to attract positive energy. You will start to attract opportunities. You will start to attract good people, amazing situations. We don't get lucky in life. We meet a little bit of luck with preparedness, and we are prepared for life because of our surroundings, because of how we treat ourselves, because of how we operate, because of how we talk to ourselves. Remember that, guys. What you look for, you will find. So if you're looking for a fight, if you're looking for a reason to be upset, if you're looking for a reason to say that this was a bad week, if you're looking for a reason to say that this was a bad month, if you're looking for a reason, you will find it. But if you're looking for the positives, if you're looking for sunlight, if you're looking for something that will make you tell yourself that I am having a damn good day, you will attract more of it. So the next time that something doesn't go your way, it's not that it is going against you. It is just life. And life is going to continue to happen. You should want it to happen. Every time that you feel pain, it is a chance to heal. Every time that you feel anger, it is a chance to heal. Every time that you feel sorrow, it is a chance to heal. And the more healing that you do on the inside, the more unbecoming that you do of the version of you that no longer deserves that seat at the table, the better version of you comes out on the other side of that. Do not forget that you do control what you look at in the world, because what you are looking for, you will find. So stay positive, guys. I talked about this today because as we go into the summer months, we are inundated with stuff. And some of the stuff might be something that we were so used to doing from last year. Maybe it no longer aligns with us. Maybe it's stuff that we don't want to do anymore. Maybe it's stuff that we used to feel like we needed to do because it gave us a little bit of value, a little bit of dopamine. Ask yourself, is this something that I still want to do? Or do I want to find something else in my world to fill me up in a different way? Because in my opinion, one of the best ways to cut back on something negative in your life is to replace it with something so positive, so amazing, that you don't even think about that thing anymore. You don't get rid of negative things without putting something positive in between, because the environment will continue to challenge you. It'll continue to pressure you. It'll continue to put you in this position of choosing that over something else. That's just the way life is. But if you tell yourself that I'm going to make my life the way that I want it, that's your opportunity right there. That is your opportunity right there. What you look for, you will find. And that brings us to the end of another episode of the Vet Rise podcast. If today's episode inspired you, made you think, or simply gave you hope, I have a small favor to ask. Share it with just one veteran or someone you think could benefit from my message. Your share could light a spark for them. You don't know who you might save. For more insights and to join our mission, follow my socials at JP, the Veteran Coach, and explore how we can rise together. Thank you for joining us, for being part of this journey, and for believing in the power of rising together. Until next time, keep pushing forward, keep rising, and never forget that we are stronger together. My name is Juan Perez, and thank you for your time.